start with it? Or
Yeah. And we'll start with the opening statement, then we'll open it up to questions in English, and we can finish if there are any questions in French.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Needless to say, it's been a pretty crazy week for myself and my family. Very, in a way, overwhelming. I don't know if the dust has settled yet, but very appreciative of this honor. Very thankful and grateful. Obviously, it brings a lot of memories, and I know there's a lot of people that sacrificed to get to this point. Obviously, my family, my wife and my kids, but also my parents and my brother as well back home. And I also have to thank the Boston Bruins organization as a whole. The Jacobs family, Mr. Jacobs, and Charlie as well, and Cam and Don, and obviously all the teammates that I've battled with and created connections with over the years. It's been a real pleasure to do that for over 20 years, and I feel very grateful. The game has given me so much, and again, I never imagined I would be one day in this position. I think when you grew up, you think about what your dream, I guess, is making it to the NHL one day, hopefully. Once you get there, you don't know what's going to happen, and to be here down the road is still, I guess, surreal and very humbling. Merci beaucoup à ceux qui se sont déplacés aussi de Québec, c'est très apprécié. Évidemment, il y a beaucoup de gens qui m'ont aidé. Je parle de ma famille, mais aussi l'organisation des Bruins, la famille Jacobs, et Cam, Don et tous mes coéquipiers qui m'ont aidé dans ma carrière. Puis, je suis très reconnaissant de tout ce qui s'est passé. Donc, merci d'être ici aujourd'hui, et puis à tous les gens de Québec, merci pour le support.
Hey, Carey.
How you doing, Hanks?
Good. Congrats to you and your family.
Thank you.
I know you said the dust hasn't settled, but at least you've had 24 hours for it to sink in a little bit. I'm just wondering where your thoughts went to after you got that phone call, whether it's players that and coaches and people that helped you along the way, whether it's when you were a kid, somebody that you saw go to the Hall of Fame that was always really meaningful to you, whether it was somebody you heard from yesterday, where did your thoughts go to after you got the announcement yesterday?
Yeah, I think first of all I went towards my family for sure. My wife, and my kids, and my parents and my brother. They were the first call, and obviously brings back a lot of great memories, but also a lot of emotions as well. Obviously you don't get there alone. There's a lot of sacrifices along the way, and they're definitely the ones that sacrificed the most for me. But then you think about the guys that helped me along the way. Obviously Z last year, and Rex, and the guys that made it to the Hall before me. It's as I said before, it's very humbling to be in this position. There's so many greats that were given this honor, and for me it's still hard to process that I'm a part of that. So I grew up in Quebec Nordiques fan, and Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic were my role model, and now to know that they're also part of that is very surreal. So I guess my mind went a million different ways, Hags, I guess, to answer your question, but the first thought were really the family and the people that, obviously the teammates that have done so much and have given me so much as well.
Patrice, in an era when there's so much player movement, how important was it to you to play your entire career with one franchise?
Yeah, it was important. It was really never a question that really crossed my mind, to be honest with you. I always wanted to be a Bruin for the length of my career, and I was just lucky that it was also something that they wanted as well as an organization. And I think it was always important for me to stay loyal to this organization that gave me a chance, really, early in my career, my first year, and after that, it was more a matter of, creating something special with my teammates, with the organization. But also we built something as a family too, I came in as an 18-year-old, young adult, pretty clueless, and built a family here. My kids were born here, so it was yeah, I feel like I'm a part of the community now, and the community has welcomed me with open arms. So, you know, I think it was an easy decision throughout my career to stay.
Patrice, and I think you alluded to it a bit yesterday on the press conference, but you dealt with a major injury early in your career, but nobody was sure how you were going to come back from it. How did that shape you as a player and as a person, and your appreciation for the game?
Yeah, I think it helped me a lot. You never want to go through that, but once you do, I think it makes you appreciate, makes you realize how lucky you are to be in that position. You know, I was given that opportunity at a young age, and in a way you just run with it and you don't really think twice. And once it's taken away from you for a full year, you realize how much you miss it. You realize the impact that it has on your life, and then how much you want it and you don't want to get rid of it. So I think at that point it was a great reminder, a great life lesson that, you know, I needed to be appreciative of the good, but also the bad, appreciative of, you know, the darker days or the tougher times, you know, when it's dark out at 4 p.m. in February, and, you know, you think that life isn't great, and to realize how special it is to be in this position. That a lot of people would do a lot of things to be in my shoes and to have this opportunity. So, you know, seize it and enjoy it, you know, every day, no matter what the challenge is. So I think that really put a lot of perspective on the rest of my career.
Patrice, when folks think about you, think about consistency, dedication, and those attributes that drove your career. From coming into the NHL with the goal of being, you know, an NHL player to get into where you are now, what were the attributes that you felt drove you to accomplish what you accomplished during the course of your career and to have the success you had?
I think the biggest thing for me was I never felt satisfied with from one year to the next. I always wanted to kind of raise the bar and get better. I felt like there was always something to learn from teammates, from opponents, from, you know, obviously coaches and trainers, and that was always what drove me to keep, you know, improving and push me and challenge me, I guess, in a way. And I think that builds some consistency because of that, you know, because you're always searching for more. You're never really sitting back and looking at what you've accomplished, but you'd rather try to build something more and create more. And I think that's also something that I've learned from other guys. You know, a guy like Z that was always a great example with that, and Rex, and that, you know, really loved the game and was very contagious for others like myself. So yeah, I think we had that group of guys that were pushing each other as well, that to be better, to want more, and, you know, I think individually that kind of makes you want to do that as well and not fall behind.
Scott?